guys, you're welcome to the channel. Guys, on today's episode, guys, I'm going to be talking about the things people fear. In life, people fear a lot of things. Because of fear, they can't venture into new businesses or improve in their business or take some certain risk. Why? Because they are afraid. And it might even be in their relationship, in the family. Maybe they want to take a particular decision, they want to go on a vacation, they want to relocate, they want to venture into anything. Maybe they don't want to even have more children. They are just afraid for so many reasons. They are just afraid, what if that, what if it didn't. What kind of grammar is that? Guys, they are just afraid to take risk or to venture into something new. If not, probably, let me not call it risk, guys. So they are just afraid of the unknown. And at the end of the day, what they fear happens. They start asking, why will this happen to me? How did I get here? How can this happen to me? How can I be in this position in my life? But guys, the truth of the matter is, what you fear always happens. Why? Because probably you must have consistently reasoned it, think about it, memorize it, vocalize it, maybe probably even affirm it. And at the end of the day, when it happens, you begin to blame people, probably yourself or God or one thing or the other. Just like in the Bible, let me use Job in the Bible. Job was a godly man. People knew Job as a godly man. People loved Job. People wanted to be like Job because Job was prosperous in everything that he was doing, until the unknown happened. And what did Job say when he was going through that storm? He said, the thing I greatly fear has happened. Why? Even when he was a godly man, Job was afraid. Job had fear in him. Maybe outwardly, when people see him, they might not know. Oh my God, fly. Maybe probably when people see him, they might not see him as someone that probably a fearful person. When you see people who are wealthy, who are rich, they have the kind of personality that they just assume that you will not be thinking, how can this, even when they don't talk, when you see influential people, So that was the way Job was being seen in the society, until the storm struck and Job said, the thing I greatly fear, has happened. Why? Because Job was afraid. Even when he was a godly man, he was afraid that what if this happened? Maybe probably in his secrets, maybe probably when nobody is there, he might even be affirming it, declaring it that, hey God, what if this happened? What if God turns his back? So at the end of the day, when it happens, we begin to ask why. You see, there are people who might be in a relationship and just be afraid. What if my fiance or my boyfriend what if he leaves me? What if he goes with another woman? What if not? They begin to pronounce their fear, and at the end of the day, it happens, and they begin to ask, why will this happen? In the place of fear, replace it constantly with faith. In the place of fear, replace it with affirmation, positive affirmation, because what people fear happens. Because this is something that you continuously think about. This is something that you consistently store in your imagination. Why? Because you are afraid because of fear. And what we see, what we think is what we become. And as you think about it, you might be affirming it, you might be saying it, you might be vocalizing it. You might not even be conscious of it. You might even be in discussion with your friend and you just say, hey, what if this property? Maybe what if this property I'm about buying? What if this man is a fraud? The man might not be a fraud. Maybe the agent you are buying it from, they might not probably be they might not really be into fraud, but one thing might just lead to the other. Something just goes wrong. Why? Your fear has become real. So guys, let me quickly tell you guys a short story. When I was believing God for children, we're believing God for children for a few years, and I got pregnant, and I was pregnant with twins. So at a point there was complications, the baby were evacuated, and then I got pregnant again after a year. So this thought just kept coming to me, while I was pregnant, that what if what happened in the first one, those thoughts just kept coming. And since I didn't even have experience, I didn't know what to expect. I've not been pregnant before, I've not gone to the delivery room before, different thoughts just kept coming. What if it's the wrong doctors? What if this? I wasn't even experienced. I've heard stories of water broke, I've been water breaking, all those kind of stuff. So but my sisters, my friends, they've already, who were already experienced, my mom, they kept telling me things, this is how it's going to look like, this is how it's going to be. But guys, fear just kept gripping my heart. Fear just kept coming. So guys, I can't remember what my friend told me, my colleague then, she was very close to me. She told me that, hey girl, when you get to the delivery room that day, one thing I just want you to remember, and I want you to store it in your memory, is if I can do it, I have 2 kids now, you too can do it. Each time fear comes, I'll just tell myself, she can do it, I too can do it. She said, if she too can deliver too, I too can do even more. I kept replacing that thought of fear, for not being afraid. I kept replacing it, affirming it with the right word, with the positive word. So I didn't allow fear to store in my heart. Even when it was that day, I still remember what she told me, that if she could do it, I too can do it. So guys, words of affirmation really erase fear. Even the more the fear comes, the more you vocalize your faith, the more you vocalize the right confession, guys. So that is my short story. So that's why we have to be conscious of the things that we store in our system. We have to constantly renew our mind and ensure that we have no fear in us, constantly replacing every form of fear with faith, with the right affirmation, because what you fear will surely happen if you dwell in it continuously and consistently. So guys, that brings me to the end of today's episode. Hope you learned something from this episode. Flies are just moving around this place. So guys, hope you learned something from this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye bye. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share your opinions, your thoughts. Thank you, and bye.